Alright guys, in this video we will be seeing how we can generate 3D models from AI generated images by using a couple of tools. We will not be using just one tool. First of all, we will be generating the image. For this we will be using Leonardo AI. That's a free tool for now to generate images. It's a good idea to generate a side view of the model that you would like to use. So we will be generating a stone wolf, the side view of a stone wolf. It needs to be a side view. You will see why I need a side view. For example, this image, the generated image is a good image for our purpose. First of all, we will be saving this to our hard drive. Then we will be using another tool to make this a 3D model. We will be using something called Monster Mesh. First you need to load your generated image or some image to Monster Mesh, and then we will draw some zones. All these zones will be inflated separately, so it's a good idea to first draw the body. We will just draw one ear, and for some details we will be drawing the tail, some fur. We will be using the front and back leg of the wolf, and then some details from the fur as well. So once we are done with this, we will just inflate this. And you see, this is kind of a monsterish 3D model that's generated automatically. So I know this doesn't look good, but we will make this a proper 3D model. But in order to do that, we need a serious modeling tool, something like Blender. So we will be using this generated model as an object file so that we can use Blender. So we will have three files. You see the PNG image and the files that we can open with Blender. So we will be starting a new project with Blender. We'll basically import this MTL file that we just created, or the object file. You see, this looks like a monster for now. In order to make it proper, more proper, we just use the texture. Now we need to make this a proper 3D model. So in order to make modifications, we will switch from object mode to editing mode, and in editing mode we will delete one half of our 3D model, and then we will select every vertices and we will basically grab it and drift it so that it lies on the x-axis. Okay, and then we will now add a mirror modifier so that we don't need to deal with every details for both sides of the wolf. Okay, now we have a symmetrical wolf-like thing. Now we need to, let's check first how does it look like, and then we will switch back to editing mode, and then we will switch back to the wireframe mode. Now we will need to push forward all these details of the wolf so that they belong to the wolf object. Now just click on one vertex and then press Ctrl L so that everything that belongs to the ear is selected, and then press G and push forward the ear along the y-axis. You can just use the shortcuts of Blender in order to do that. Now the wolf's ear looks more proper. Okay, but the problem with this model is it looks like a pig than a wolf, so let's try to make it more thin. In order to do that, we will select everything and then we will press S in order to scale, and then we will be scaling along the y-axis. Okay, and then we will press G and Y so that both sides of the wolf stick together. And let's try to look. Okay, it looks like a wolf now. It looks like a more wolfish, okay. Now we need to push forward the other parts of the wolf so that they stick together. We do the same, we select one vertex and then we press Ctrl L and then we press G and then we push forward that part along the y-axis. So we need to do the same for the legs and other parts of the fur as well. And as we progress, you see everything sticks together and the object looks like a much better wolf. We do the same for the leg. We will do the same for the... Oops, now we deleted it. Let's Control Z. We push it forwards. And we do the same for the tail. We don't need two tails, so we need to stick these two parts together. And let's put the legs a little bit together. Now it looks much proper, right? Let's go back to the solid view. Let's go back to the object view. You see how it looks like a wolf with its texture. So you can basically lower the polygons. You can use this as side objects for your games. It's not the best wolf ever, but it looks like a nice wolf that you can use for your games and other stuff.